In this video, let's talk about limiting your search result using SQL statement and adding a offset value. So here I have a simple query which retrieves all the records from the lead object, and as you can see I have 23 records in my lead object. But what if I only want to retrieve the first 10 records? So instead of retrieving all these 23 rows, I am only interested in first 10 rows. So you can limit your search result by using a keyword limit and then specifying the limit value. So you can simply do something like this, limit 10, and this time we are only going to get the top 10 records. So let's execute this, and our total rows that we have retrieved from this SQL statement is only 10, and we can compare the values as well. If you go back to our previous results, we can see that the 10th item was Shelly Brownell, and we are retrieving the top 10 here. Now in most of the use cases, what you want is you want to retrieve the latest record that got created. So in those situations, you can use your order by clause and limit keyword together. So you can use your order by clause first on the created date field, so that you sort down all your records based on the created date, and you sort them on the descending order so that your newly created records come on top, and then you can limit the result size using the limit keyword. So this is how we will do it. Order by created date, and this is also one of the very common question in your interviews. So we'll do order by created date, and then we will sort it in descending order, and then we will limit the output to only 1, and this way we will only get our latest record. So this is the record that we have created in our previous video, and we are only getting 1 records. The interviewer can make some changes in this question. Maybe like he'll say, give me like top 10 records instead of only 1, or give me like top 20 records. Or he can make it more challenging for you by asking that I don't want to retrieve the first 5 records, but give me the top 5 records after that. For example, if we limit this value by 10 and we get 10 records here, then the interviewer may ask you that he is not interested in these top 5 records, but give him the remaining 5. So how can you do that? So in SQL we have got one more keyword which is called offset, and this offset keyword is used to point on a particular row. For example, if I want to retrieve all the records from the lead, but I want to ignore the first 5 records, so what I can do, I can simply use a offset keyword here and the value of offset, and this offset value can be from 1 to 2000. So the maximum offset that you can set is 2000. And if you run this query, then you will notice that we have got 18 rows instead of the 23 that we were getting before, because we have set our pointer to the 6th record first, and then we have started retrieving the result. So it has skipped the first 5 records, and we can confirm that from our result. Here our result starts from Brenda, which is the 6th record in our previous result. And we can use this offset along with limit to answer your interview question, where the interviewer is asking you to skip the first 5 rows and then get the remaining 5. So we can use order by first, and we'll order by created date, and then we will limit our search result to only 5, because the interviewer is only interested in top 5 records, but he wants you to skip the first top 5 and get the remaining 5 after that. So this way, let's remove the offset first, and we will see what is the result that we get. So we get from Bertha to Patricia, and let's also sort it in descending order. So here we get top 5 lead records, and our last record is Patricia. But as soon as you add your offset keyword and skip the 5 rows, then it's going to skip all these 5, and it's going to pick the next 5 which are satisfying this order by clause and this limit keyword. So let's execute it, and now we are getting a different result. So in last 4 or 5 videos, we have made some good progress on the SQL query side, and the knowledge that you have gathered in last 4 or 5 videos is enough to write the SQL queries in 80% of the business cases or the real-time projects. And don't worry, we are going to cover the remaining 20% cases as well, where we need to write some advanced SQL queries. And when we say advanced, it's not going to be anything scary. It's going to be very simple, and it's going to have the same keywords that we have learned so far. With this, let's end this video here, and I'll see you all in the next video.